Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yoshiaki Abe. I'm operating advisor of USJI. And my job is very simple. I have to do two things. One is to introduce you as a part of welcoming statement, introduce you our institute. That's my first job. Second job is to introduce our speakers. And the first thing is, what is USJI? One of our member of delegation suggested USJI is complicated for abbreviation. But tell you the truth, at the time of establishment, when did we establish to start with? April 2 years ago. So 2009 as NPO, and we are properly registered as NPO in Washington, D.C. And our purpose is to express Japanese view as wide as possible through the United States and certainly beyond the United States. But the basis is the wisdom and academic basis of Japanese research conducted together with American Research Institute and universities. And the most important secret of this NPO is it was established by 5 universities. Please imagine 5 of Japanese universities presidents get together, what kind of things they discuss. And that's imagination simply tells you it's almost miracle to have institutes like this. And that is a simple introduction of our institute. And now I would like to welcome our speaker. Minister Ishikawa from Japanese Embassy will give us a short talk to introduce, to start this session. And main speaker is Mr. Matsumoto. He's the president of Kyoto University. And our chairman of the meeting is Professor Onishi from Kyoto University. He's the executive vice president of Kyoto University. Please enjoy this session. I thank you very much. Mr. Ishikawa, please.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much for a nice introduction, Dr. Abe. And it is always my pleasure to be here to say a few words on behalf of the Embassy of Japan. Here in Washington, D.C., we are particularly fortunate to have an institute like this USJI, because this institute is very, very active in promoting intellectual exchanges between the two countries. And following the seminar on disaster and politics last month, the USJI hosts today and invited distinguished scholars like Dr. Matsumoto, President Hiroshi Matsumoto, along with Executive Vice President Yuzo Onishi. And welcome both scholars. Thank you very much for coming. And more than 2 months have passed since the disaster on March 11. And now, as you know, Japan is now shifting to the recovery stage of this massive disaster while trying to work to stabilize the Fukushima nuclear power plants. There must be rough roads ahead of us, but we should overcome these difficulties in order to build an even stronger Japan. Today we have Dr. Matsumoto to discuss the future directions of science and economic growth. And this is very, very timely. And we are, all of us in this room are very, very lucky to have such a distinguished professors from Japan for free. And lastly, I would like to express our gratitude to the people of America for your generous support and cooperation in this difficult time. I think it is Japan's mission to live up to your goodwill and generosity and to emerge stronger than ever. This cannot be achieved without participation of every group of the society, in particular, the wisdom of the academic communities. I hope that today's seminar will provide some hope and discuss the challenges Japan faces as we establish a more vibrant economy and a better society. And I myself like to enjoy the seminar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ishikawa, for your opening remarks. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yuzo Onishi, Kyoto University Vice President for External Affairs and Alumni Relations. I have been given the opportunity of serving as chair of this seminar, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this Washington Embassy Row. Kyoto University is one of the 5 founding universities of the US-Japan Research Institute. We are very glad to be here to able to contribute to this important platform for dialogue between United States and Japan. Today's speaker is Dr. Hiroshi Matsumoto, the president of Kyoto University. Dr. Matsumoto's academic background is in the field of space radio science, space plasma physics, and space energy transmission. The many positions he has held at Kyoto University prior to his appointment as president in 2008, including directorships at both the university's Research Institute for Sustainable Human Sphere and Radio Science Center for Space and Atmosphere. Dr. Matsumoto has published many scientific papers, like 297 in English in international journals, and 133 science papers in Japanese, in addition to authoring and contributing to many books. He has been presented with many awards and distinctions, including NASA Group Achievement Award, the Russian Federation of Cosmonautics Gagarin Medal, the URSI Gold Book Medal, and Hasegawa Nagata Award of Society of Geomagnetism and Earth Planetary and Science, Space Sciences. Dr. Matsumoto's presentation will focus on the current situation and future prospects of science and economic growth, particularly against the background of the recent East Japan earthquake and tsunami disaster and the subsequent accident at Fukushima nuclear plants. After the presentation, we'll have some time for questions and comments that you may have. So please be sure to hold on to such thought until the end of his presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, now would you please welcome Dr. Hiroshi Matsumoto.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hiroshima Tsumoto. Some people call me Nagasaki instead, but actually my name is Hiroshi Matsumoto. Very nice to meet you. I'd like to take this occasion, before my presentations, I would like to express on behalf of the members of this USJI and also on behalf of Japanese people our gratitude, sincere gratitude for the support and help and assistance from the United States colleagues and friends on the occasion of this devastating earthquake and tsunami, and followed a nuclear power plant accident in Fukushima on May 11, like Minister Ishikawa mentioned a minute ago. I'm certain that your help and friendship will support will reinforce our courage to try to recover, rebuild, and restore the strength of Japan. Thank you. Well, the title of my talk is listed here. Two paradoxes in science and economic growth, with the subtitle, Are We Heading in the Right Direction? That's my title I'd like to speak. And if time allows, finally I'd like to touch upon my research area regarding with the new energy candidates. That's energy from space. Okay, I think when many people hear the phrase innovative research, they tend to think of innovation for the sake of economic growth or research, which will contribute to a more convenient lifestyle, right? However, it is my belief that such striving for economic growth, and for a better and more convenient lifestyle could ironically produce very adverse effects, and could in fact ultimately be the downfall of human civilizations, or even the cause of human extinction on this planet. I realize, of course, that such extreme scenario do not generally occur to us as we go about our daily life. But I strongly believe that our current modes of thinking with regard to innovation and progress present a very real and intimate threat to us, one which could manifest itself and cause irreversible damages within next half a century, 50 years or so, or even less. This is what I like to term here the paradox of growth towards extinction. The first paradox which I'd like to discuss with you today. I strongly feel that we have reached a point at which we must redefine our notion of innovation for the sake of our permanent survival on this planet. The expanding human population shown here, as you know, may all know, the population grew very rapidly recently after, say, 18th century, the end of 18th century. The population in the back around the year was 0, for example, was about a couple of billion, only probably a billion. However, by the year 2010, this reaches about